The most important element of navigating the apocalypse is staying alive. And there's no better choice for keeping the squad in tip-top shape than the medic. This is Tragic from Gunfire Games, showcasing one of my favorite archetypes. The medic is the master of healing and relics. They heal more than any other archetype, and they do it much more efficiently. Their perks are designed around keeping the team in the fight. They're exceptionally adept at recovering from their own injuries while being resilient to interrupts during relic use. Because of this, the medic is always ready to help. The cornerstone to their healing abilities is the prime perk, Regenerator. When the medic has restored enough health to themselves or allies, including companions, they regain a relic charge. Even better, both relic and skill healing contribute to Regenerator. And skills are where you can really customize your recovery style. Their first skill, Wellspring, sees the medic punch a hole in the ground to generate a refreshing well of healing energy. It's the most efficient healing skill, but it's limited by its size and static nature. Their second skill, Healing Shield, conjures a protective barrier around all allies. While the shield's active, players constantly gain a small amount of health over time. It's a great option to protect an ally dangerously low on health, but also works well to provide healing to a mobile party. Their third skill, Redemption, is the ultimate healing ability. At its core, it's a chargeable skill that applies an increasingly potent heal over time. Redemption revives all down allies and grants massive regeneration, which quickly gets the team back in shape and allows them to brush off damage. A true Hail Mary. Rounding out their kit is the archetype trait, Triage. It increases healing effectiveness, which further cements the medic as the master of health recovery. No one does powerful heals like the medic. Players who enjoy keeping their entire team in peak fighting form will feel right at home with the medic. They fit in any size team and provide sustainability that no other archetype possesses, making the apocalypse a little less daunting. The rest comes down to bullets. Lots and lots of bullets. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Venturing into the apocalypse alone can be daunting, so bringing a friend is always a good idea. This is Tragic from Gunfire Games, introducing the Handler. In Remnant 2, the Handler and their loyal companion work together to take down the toughest enemies through cooperation and friendship. As a jack of all trades, this duo brings a bit of everything to any team. Their perks are designed for utility. They boost movement and revive speeds and allow the entire team to move swiftly as a pack. As a bonus, when the companion is near the handler, they automatically heal over time. The speed of the heal can be greatly increased by showing your friend some love. Good boy. The cornerstone of the handler's perks is the prime, Bonded. This allows the companion to automatically revive the handler with the handler's own relic. It can also be used to revive down teammates. Unlike other archetypes, the handler slots behaviors, which modify the companion and grants them unique passive buffs and activatable skills. The handler doesn't have traditional archetype skills, but instead uses commands to instruct their companion on the battlefield. With commands, you can instruct your companion to attack, call them back to your side, and even have them guard an ally. Most importantly, you can also instruct them to activate their special howls. Their first behavior, Guard Dog, passively causes the companion to draw more aggro and take less damage. Their howl greatly increases aggro generation and grants the entire team a defensive buff for a short period of time. Their second behavior, Support Dog, passively grants a heal over time to any nearby ally. Their howl boosts the effectiveness and size of the heal. Their third behavior, Attack Dog, passively increases the companion's damage. Their howl grants the entire team a damage buff. When it's time to go all out, Attack Dog is the way. Rounding out their kit is the archetype trait, Kinship. It reduces all friendly fire dealt and received, which works wonders for keeping everyone in the fight. It also allows players who play fast and loose with deadly explosives a bit more leeway. The companion can never truly die. If overwhelmed in combat, they'll lay down to rest until the handler has a chance to encourage them back on their feet. Come on, buddy. Players who love teamwork and want their very own loyal companion will find themselves right at home with the handler. Solo or co-op, teamwork makes the dream work. In Remnant 2, you'll often find yourself in dangerous combat scenarios. When you want to stare death directly in the face and laugh, it's time for the Challenger. This is Tragic from Gunfire Games, bringing you another archetype breakdown. The Challenger is the close to mid-range destroyer. They intimidate their enemies with their mere presence and administer brutal damage to anyone foolish enough to cross their path. Their perks are designed around dealing heavy damage, wearing heavy armor, and heavily reducing the damage of all nearby enemies. But wait, there's more. The key to their fearlessness is the prime perk, Die Hard. When the Challenger receives fatal damage, they pound the ground in anger and let the enemy know, not today. Though on a long cooldown, Die Hard allows the Challenger a second chance to finish the fight. And fighting is the Challenger's specialty. Their first skill, War Stomp, rattles the ground and sends a high-impact shockwave towards their foes. Multiple charges makes dealing with swarms of enemies or staggering a resilient elite light work. Their second skill, Juggernaut, turns the Challenger into an unrelenting, unstoppable force. They take drastically reduced damage, easily brush off impacts, and gain a buff to movement speed, speed, and melee damage. Don't you know who I am? Their third skill, Rampage, creates an all-out killing machine. The Challenger immediately gains a fire rate, reload speed, and movement speed buff. As they deal damage, they gain rage stacks, which further increases range damage. When they've attained maximum stacks, the Challenger goes berserk, which doubles all bonuses. Absolute, unadulterated destruction. Rounding out their kit is the archetype trait, Strongback. It reduces armor encumbrance, allowing players to wear heavier armor without the weight penalty. An amazing unlock that can mesh well in any build where you want toughness and agility. Players who enjoy being in the thick of battle while overpowering any foe that steps in their path will love the Challenger. If death is the question, Challenger is the answer. In Remnant 2, archetypes are the foundation of every build. They're the first and most important choice when it comes to designing how you want to play. This is Tragic from Gunfire Games. Introducing the Gunslinger. When it's time to bring guns to a gunfight, it's time for the Gunslinger. They're the master of high fire rate, weapon handling, and ammo efficiency. Their role? Pure damage. The Gunslinger perks are designed around maximizing DPS. They keep the offense rolling with quick reloads, blistering weapon swaps, and constant ammo generation. The cornerstone of their perks is the Prime, Loaded. It automatically reloads both guns when an archetype skill is activated. In a heated battle, a well-timed skill activation keeps the lead flying. And skills are where the Gunslinger really shines. Their first skill, Quick Draw, unloads their hidden six-shooter and auto-targets nearby enemies. It's the perfect skill to leverage their prime perk. Their second skill, Sidewinder, cranks up aiming movement speed, weapon swap speed, and automatically reloads weapons when you switch to them. When you want sustained damage while weaving in and out of incoming fire, Sidewinder is a must-have. Their third skill, Bulletstorm, makes every firearm fully automatic, boosts fire rate, and ramps up reload speed. When it comes to burst damage, Bulletstorm makes the damage rain. Rounding out their kit is the archetype trait, Ammo Reserves. It increases total ammo capacity, so you never have to worry about running dry. A great unlock for any archetype combo. Players who love gameplay with a heavy emphasis on shooting will love the Gunslinger. When it comes to overwhelming the enemy with a truckload of bullets, accept no substitute.